Welcome back to Main Street Living. At the beginning of the show, we showed our high school pictures, and it makes me so nostalgic, you guys, you know?
Yes, but
Yeah.
not for applying to college. Not so much. That was a stressful time. I can't imagine being someone who's going into their senior year right now. I'd have a million questions, but luckily here to answer some of those questions for us, we have a high school senior going into her senior year, Claire from San Diego. Claire, thanks so much for joining us.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So Claire, I have to ask you, you're obviously going into college prep mode. It looks a lot different for you than it did for, let's say, students last year. What are some of the biggest differences?
Definitely. I think this year a lot has changed in light of COVID-19.
Mhm.
And right now, a lot of colleges are really test optional. So that was really important last year. And a lot of us focus on bettering our score. And now it's just not as important anymore. So a lot of seniors are unsure what really to focus on in their application. And I think that it's really different for everyone. You know, we're all trying to figure this out together.
Definitely. And I know that your family's not traveling right now, as a lot of us are not. So are you having to participate in virtual tours, and how have those been going?
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of virtual tours, and I feel like a lot of seniors are stressed about that because it doesn't give you the feel of the college campus. But honestly, I'm just hoping that when this all blows over, you know, next spring we'll be able to visit colleges when we're making decisions. So I think that for now, virtual tours, we're all in the same boat. And so I think that soon we'll be able to figure that out.
That's a great point that, yeah, you have all that time. Once you get into your schools, you can figure out which ones you actually want to attend. I know you
Yeah.
mentioned that test score is not as important right now. So people are focusing more on the essay. What did you decide to write yours about, or how did you go about writing yours?
Yeah, I think you have a good point there. My essay is a lot about art and my journey with art and how that has helped me through a lot of situations in my life. And it actually took me a lot of brainstorming to figure this out. And it was not easy. I know a lot of people struggle on what to figure out on their essay, but mine, I really feel like that topic for me really shows um, who I am as a person. And I think that's really what colleges are looking for. Really just getting a glimpse into who you are is what the essay is about.
Absolutely. And speaking of who you are, and I know you mentioned art, what are you sure about what major you're going to pursue yet?
I'm still figuring that out. I'm exploring with my classes next year and stuff like business and literature. So I'm still working on that.
And what about the colleges you're applying for? Have you narrowed them down?
Yeah, I have my top three colleges right now are NYU, Columbia, and UCLA. I just feel like they have a really stimulating environment, and I think I would thrive in that kind of situation.
Well, I went to UCLA, so you know who I'm cheering for, but the East
Oh,
Coast would
wow.
definitely a fun change of pace for you.
Yeah.
What kind of advice can you give to your classmates or other people that are going through this process?
Well, one thing I can just say that I would want to know if I was a senior is that you really need to focus on who you are in your application because a lot of people get super stressed about statistics and what their grade looks like based on other people. I think it's important to focus on who you are because colleges are looking for someone who's unique, and I think you should really showcase what you love about yourself, not what you think colleges will love about you.
Sure. And they're not just looking at those test scores, like you said, anymore. So the essay is really your
Yeah,
chance to shine. And
definitely.
speaking of shining, before we get out of here, I have to ask you, I know we talked about this art behind you really quick. Can you tell me what inspired it?
Well, these are some Hilma af Klint paintings that me and my mother actually stumbled across when we went visited the Guggenheim, and they're just really we just really got inspired by them because they have a really deep metaphysical meaning, and it's just a really nice thing to have in our home. That's what we picked them.
Well, I'm jealous. It's beautiful. I want something just like it. I know some of our viewers probably feel the same. Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Claire, for coming on and talking to us today. And I think we really got a good vision of who you are. So we appreciate you sharing your story.
of course. Thank you for having me.